All right, y'all, I'm gonna do a video real quick. Can y'all just try to keep it a little bit down for me? All right, y'all, what's up? What's up? This is your boy Derek, said Bump, whatever you know me as, coming to you live from Derek Sales Digital BDC Test Group. God dang, that's a long name. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that. So I know a couple of guys got some appointments this week. What's up, Ken? I see you out there getting to the money, baby. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I'm glad you like my script. Okay, so this is actually inspired by you, brother. I know you got some stuff going on tomorrow that you're going to be jumping into. So I want to really go a lot more in depth with my preparation for these appointments, and also how I actually execute the presentation itself. So of course, I do have children. It's normally family time, but I know that I want to give you all this to you while it's fresh, and I actually just had a good conversation with my guy John Thomas with some stuff that I wanted to bring to it as well that some of you might not be aware of, and hopefully it'll just set you up for some success. But you will hear my children in the background. I got 4 of them over here, so it is what it is. I'm a dad first. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. So I appreciate that, Ken. All right, so first and foremost, I typically don't like to give this out because this has kind of been I felt it was my secret weapon. But this is the presentation. This is the presentation software that I use right here. Well, one of them anyway. I kind of moved on to another one, but this is go-to. If I'm in a pinch, this one's already set up for the most part. I can just plug and play. It's simple, it's easy. My girlfriend, actually, my fiance, I'm sorry, found it for me a while back, and it's kind of one of the best kept secrets. I don't see too many people using this, but it's beautiful.ai. Very simple to do. It makes your presentations look amazing. So that's first and foremost. So before I even now that I've got the appointment, my main thing that I'm going to do first and foremost is that you have to remember we are digital marketers, right? So even though the BD side is in BDC, the Business Development Center, is a new side to this, the calling and everything, that's still, you know what I'm saying, not all we do. The main money that we're going to make is based off the automations and all that kind of stuff that we create. So, of course, I do throw in an audit. I prepare myself by looking at this dealership and doing a couple things. So this one right here, this is an example of an audit, okay, from start to finish. This actually was done by Tamara last year, actually a year ago this time. Wow. Do you remember doing Edwards Automotive? Okay. So that's what this is right here. This is kind of my structure here. It just looks professional. You know, it's nothing much, just a Google Doc with pretty much the breakdown of their social, the pros and cons of exactly what they're doing with their stuff. From those of you who are from the Serial Entrepreneur George Steen's group, this will look very familiar to you. This is basically, you know, pretty much exactly how I do it. So when I arrive there, I've already done this, and I actually have a couple of these printed out to hand to them so they can look at it. I also have a breakdown of the agenda for what we're going to be talking about. Very light, nothing fancy, just, you know, some brief talking points. I think one of the main things that people are going to run into when they meet with these folks is a lot of y'all are younger, right? So, oh, no problem, Ken. That's what I do, man. I think that the main thing you're going to run into is like, does this guy know what the F he's doing, right? He's a young guy. Who is he to tell me how to do all this stuff? So the more prepared you are, the more professional you seem, that's going to eliminate one of the biggest objections that you have. And honestly, that's kind of a deal breaker. Because if they feel that you don't know what you're doing, they're not going to tell you that. They're going to play along and all that kind of stuff, but they're ultimately not going to do business with you. So first of all, dress the part when you show up. Be suited and booted. These are business people. Regardless of how they dress, you dress the way for the money that you want to make. All right. So make sure that you are dressed up to par. All right. My go-to outfits, of course, is always going to be a suit. You know, a blue suit. You know what I'm saying? Some brown shoes, matching belt. I typically don't wear a tie just because I like to have that open collar look. But you know, with white, of course, button up. Or my other go-to is a white button up with a V-neck sweater, some slacks, and of course some matching some shoes to complement it that match my belt. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of a staple. It's not hard to do. You can find that at any Goodwill. Trust me, I've done it before. If you're kind of lacking on funds, but look professional. Okay, I've seen too many folks on YouTube who walk into these places looking unprofessional, and that's just not going to cut it, brother. If you walking in and asking for $10, $15, $5,000, and you looking like a bum, nobody's going to give it to you. So dress the part. All right, so that's that. Okay, I had to go on my little tangent. So anyway, this is the so I break down before I go into I do a digital media audit. Y'all their social compile it, go through their Facebook pros and cons, their YouTube pros and cons, any of their unused platforms, their web presence, break it down. I'm going kind of fast and everything, sorry. But do their a little bit of their SEO, a brief summary, conclusion, and of course my contact information at the bottom. All right, again, I print that out so that they can keep that with them. Okay. Next, once I've done that, of course, I build my presentation. High level view. Let me hide this real quick. High level view. This is my presentation, the entire thing, right here. Right. So from start, of course, I got my logo in the background. DS Digital, who I am. I'm the founder. I have a brief breakdown with some missing parts because it's all dependent on exactly what I'm going to be talking about with these guys here. But basically, the agenda. Again, this is going to be like an abridged version of that printout I give them about what we're going to be talking about today. Who I am is going to be the third slide. Hopefully, y'all can see my mouse. Now I'm on a different screen, so I have to keep coming back to go keep going back and forth to see what if y'all left in the comments. But of course, introduction to myself and who I am. Needs assessment, kind of breakdown of exactly their digital audit, which is that paperwork I gave them before. A secret shop. I'm going fast, but I promise I might go back and hit all this stuff a lot more in depth. I'm just kind of giving an overview in case somebody's got to go real quick. I do a secret shopping where I actually will put in an internet lead. I'll go into their website and I'll actually do one right now for you. When I say secret shop, this is what I do. So let's use I don't know, Ford dealership near me. I know those guys are Astro. I gotta reach out to them. So what I'll do is I'll go to the website real quick. It's gonna go a little slower since I'm streaming. But I'll just pick on a Fusions don't look bad. So you want a Fusion? You ever thought about them? Ford Fusions? You ever thought about a Ford Fusion? They don't look bad. But what I'll do is I'll just quickly put in click a vehicle and put in a internet lead. Okay, well I'll put my information in here. Boom. So of course my phone's jacked up. So if they call, it's gonna be sitting at the shop right now at the I break you fix it place right now. But and now I'm waiting on, what I'm saying, I kind of test and see exactly how long it takes them to respond. Obviously they're closed right now, but I should have an automatic email that's in my inbox. I should have a phone call first thing in the morning, and it should be a text message as well. Them reaching out to me trying to get me in the door. I'm basically gonna kind of see exactly what their process is, initially anyway. I'm also time exactly from when they open, from the time that they open to the time they call me. I'm gonna time that how long it took me, because that's going to be a closing point for me and what I'm bringing to the table. Okay. So that's the secret shopping. The digital done right, where I break down the funnel, give an example of an ad, talk about some targeting, landing page, but again, just kind of breaking down the funnel. Big key part here is going to be the assassins. I typically go really in depth with this, but I'm just going to keep it high level for now. So there's a lot of things that you just have to know the car business to really go into, but for now we'll just keep it really high level. This will be fine. Another video, so kind of kind of bringing it all home, rehashing everything. Kind of what the onboarding process is going to be. Had to throw my boy Uncle G in here, Grant Cardone. Any questions? And of course, last but certainly not least, the pricing. This is where we get to the fun part. All right. So let me break down why exactly all this, the process for this. For those of you who are new to sales, have never sold before, hopefully everybody in here sold something. If you haven't, this might be elementary to you. The basic breakdown of the basic process for any sale is going to be this. You're going to start with, of course, the greeting, which is an introduction. Okay. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to do a needs assessment or a custody or interview. Basically, you're just trying to make sure you're all on the same page. Okay. So the intro course is right here. I spent a good little time introducing myself, kind of selling myself a little bit on this third slide here. On the Are We a Good Fit? That's really us just talking. Me asking you a lot of questions. Pertinent questions that I definitely want to know is, what's your internet closing percentage? Now, again, it's got to be conversational. You know what I'm saying? You kind of want to, don't just want to be abrupt and make it seem like they're getting interrogated, but you just want to work this into the conversation. This is the part where you get them laughing, you get them to kind of like you. You know what I'm saying? You want to just find out exactly what their pain points. You know what I'm saying? How are you guys on the phone? Do you feel like they could be stronger? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, how many leads are y'all getting from Facebook? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Got to be getting at least 100, man, right? 100, 150, something like that? No? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Again, I do that on purpose to make it seem like 100, 150 is the norm, and they're not getting that. It's like, oh my God, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Your internet closing percentage, meaning from if they put it at internet lead, which is exactly what I did here on this site, what are they closing? If they get 100 of them, how many are they closing? Where are their leads coming from? Are they happy with the folks that they're with as far as the folks who provide them leads, whether it be car gurus? You need to write that down. Car guru. These are your competitors, basically. Car gurus. Cars.com. TrueCar. Auto Trader. Those are a couple of your competitions right there. You know what I'm saying? Because they provide leads as well. All right. You want to find out about these guys, if they're happy with, they're liking them. You know what I'm saying? What they feel about them. Again, this is all ammunition, in my opinion. And of course, there are going to be many schools of thought in regards to this. In my opinion, this is the most important part of the sale. Why is the most important part? Because you can't close somebody if you don't know exactly what their pain points are. You have to know, you got to know what's going on. You got to know what problem you're solving. And the thing is, if they have, if they care about a certain thing, whatever they care about, I'm going to tailor everything I say to ultimately solve that problem. And that's where your salesmanship comes in. All right. That's the thing that you can teach it, but ultimately it's got to be you thinking on your feet and being creative. That's why I love this stuff. You know what I'm saying? My daughter Callie's sitting on my lap. So you might hear her getting excited in a bit. Y'all hear yelling and screaming. Okay, you going to sleep? All right. Okay. So again, that's in my opinion, that's my favorite part. That's really where you sell yourself and you kind of sell them on, knowing what you're doing. Those questions, those pieces of information that I told you to ask about, that's going to also solidify you as a person who knows what you're talking about, bro. You know what I'm saying? You asking about those different vendors and what they're doing with them and how they like them. That's going to make sure that they know that you know what you're talking about. You're not some bum off the street. All right. The next thing that I'm going to go into is going to be the digital audit. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't do this with everybody. It's kind of depending on, the person. You know what I'm saying? To be honest. And it also depends on the person I'm meeting with, how long I go, like how many slides this is. This is a lot right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a good bit. But again, if the dealership is really kind of keyed in on some, or they really stuck on social media and everything, if he's kind of, showing that he's happy with that, I'll probably have it in my presentation, but I might just kind of slide over that stuff or just glance over, depending on how they react to me when I'm presenting it. All right. But I'll go through these really quick, just kind of the setup of it. Of course, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest. Right? Oh shoot. Sorry, I backed out. This specific dealership, these folks are, that's their, where is it? That's the specific dealership. That's the ones that they're kind of killing. I made some hyperlinks here so we can click on them easily, and I actually go through and break down that audit for them on each one of these platforms. From their Facebook to their YouTube to their and then I break it down further. Facebook has got this going on. Then I break it down to why Facebook is huge. This is a cool graph. Again, it's a cool graph. I think it just looks professional. But it also, a lot of folks aren't believers in Facebook. To be honest, if they're not, I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to sell to the atheists. I want to sell to the believers, those who know that social media is the future of everything. But I just kind of hit it back home saying, look, from Q3 2008, I think that was supposed to be. I got to fix that actually. All the way to Q3 2018, these folks have seen significant growth, with it being 1.93 billion. Folks who use Facebook daily for more than 50 plus minutes at a sitting. To of course, I think it being like 2.2 or something like that. 2.2 billion folks in the world that are active monthly users on Facebook. That's insane. 80% of the traffic online, if I'm not mistaken, is on Facebook. That's incredible, right? So if you're not putting a focus out there to get these customers in the door, this is the line that I use to the customers. Can I press that, baby? If you're not using, you know what I'm saying, if you're not leveraging your social media to get the attention of those folks, you're missing out on millions. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm missing out on thousands. Because I'm gonna tell you what, if you're not doing it, somebody out here is. And if they're not doing it yet, they will be very shortly. Because guess what? If they haven't talked to me yet, they're going to talk to me very soon. And someone's going to do this. Someone's going to take advantage, and they're going to crush everybody out here. Because I believe in domination. I also want to say something else, a quick note, because I was about to go into one of my pitches. Throughout this whole thing, I have a theme that I go into, right? Called basically it's you're either dominating or you're competing. Point blank, period. Right? That's just it. I'm saying you're either going to dominate with me or you're going to compete with everybody else. And I want to dominate. I want to crush my competition. It's kind of a mindset thing from Grant Cardone, if you're familiar. But let me know if y'all can hear me all right. I know my baby's over. But let me get back to it. So again, I kind of go into Facebook, kind of just explain why it's so key nowadays, why it's the king of things, just kind of spitting out random facts. Again, just driving it home. All right, for quick side note as well. Throughout the entire process, right? And if you talk to me on the phone, had a conversation, like I'm sure John can probably test this. Whenever I'm talking to people, I'll always kind of stop midway through somewhere and I'll say, hey, does this make sense? Are we on the same page? I'm basically, making sure that I'm trying to basically ask a small question, not only to make sure that you're engaged, but to also build what's called yes momentum. Okay, I learned this in the car business a long time ago. Okay, how do you sell an elephant? How do you sell a car? One feature at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you sell a car? One feature at a time. It's the same thing across all platforms. Okay, you want to build yes momentum. Every small yes that you get increases the chance of you getting that big yes at the end, because a mind in motion typically tends to stay in motion. Now, again, if you've done sales before, I'm sure this will be kind of old hat to you, but it's for those who haven't, that is key. So I'm constantly, I'll say every couple of minutes or so, every couple of sentences, I'm stopping to get a quick yes. Little known fact is that if you can get 45 yeses throughout your presentation, you have increased your chance of closing by 70%. Do y'all hear me? 70% chance increase of closing your client from 45 yeses. It's very easy, very doable. As long as you just make it conversational. That makes sense what I'm saying, y'all? Like exactly what I just did there. All right. So that's that little side note. Let me get off my little tangent. Again, all this stuff, that's just kind of how I structure it. I don't want y'all can make it look how you want to, but this is specific to what they were doing. I even highlighted, took the time to John, actually, this is some stuff, this might be of use to you when you go in to present to some of these guys in the future. So I gave an example of some content that they should create. This is something that's got about 400,000 views. It doesn't take too much time for the dealership to create, especially if they have an on-site videographer. They can make something like this pretty consistently. Get a drone, do some nice, B-roll footage on there of the bike and everything, mix with some local stuff. That is beautiful. I think that's out there in the UK actually. Look at that, that's amazing. But just showing them exactly the type of content that customers want to see, and then explaining how that can drive business to them by having this type of content out there. Okay. Nope, I don't want that. I want to do this here. Sorry, my baby pressed the button. Come on, there we go. All right. So again, I just kind of drive the home. One of the pinches for these for specific folks, and I got these other platforms that they don't really use. Just kind of hitting on Google Plus is dead. It's a dying platform. Google's about to shut it down. Twitter is also a dying platform. It's not. You can use it, to syndicate your content, but in my opinion, it's not worth it to spend much time. We can do it if you want to, but I wouldn't suggest it. LinkedIn, getting more salesmen, it's good to have a presence there. I wouldn't suggest really going out there, y'all, and really a B2B business. And of course, Snapchat, going into that kind of stuff. Again, next slide is going to be here. This is where, again, I do the secret shopping. Now, a couple things, the things that I put on here, what I'm saying, are going to be the internet response time. How long did it take for them to call you when they reached out to you? That's key. All I'm doing is highlighting the pain point for them. What I'm saying? They should be less than 3 minutes. Should be. I'll say less than 5 minutes. Okay. They should have, had somebody that was really good on the phone and really almost convinced you to come in the door to see it. Okay. When they called you, you should ask the person, whoever calls you, you should ask them, look, I just want the best price. I'm not coming in there. What's the best price, best price, best price? How well did they navigate that conversation? Because in the car business, I don't want to give you my best price over the phone. I want you to come in here so I can try to sell you and make some money, you know, and then give you the price that I want you to have. You know, that's just the name of the game. So how well did they handle that conversation? Were they good? Were they terrible? Did you get sold? You know, kind of highlight some of the things that you noticed on that, in that conversation. Then some things that you can, you know, kind of prove upon. Don't do it as in like in a dick way. You know what I'm saying? Like they were terrible. Just do it kind of a matter of fact. You know, there were some things that could improve. You know, I would even kind of compliment them, try to spin as a positive, but still highlight those things that you know are damning, which is going to be the intellect response time, how well they handled your price objection. Those are the two main things that you want to really touch on in this specific slide. How professional they were, of course, and all that jazz as well. Next, I go into this right here. You know, I go into the solution, how we're going to fix all this, how we're going to leverage their social media to get them what they want, which is leads. I'm sorry, we'll leverage to the portion of what they want, which is people knowing about their business. All right. So this is why I do it digital done right. I took honestly, this is an ad. This isn't an ad this isn't an ad I've used before. It's just something I got off Google. To be honest, I Googled it, put it on, and snapshot it and put it in here. Just an example of an ad. The landing page, boom, it's a ClickFunnels ad. You can use ClickFunnels if you so choose. I'll go into actual how to do some of this stuff a little bit. I try not to go too deep because, again, that's my guy Jordan Steen who handles all that stuff. I'll let you kind of refer to him. But I'll show y'all some of the stuff I've done probably in the near future. Landing page, again. Hey, you okay, baby? Landing page, again, I explained to where their website is a infantry, right? The landing page is sniper. The infantry does a little bit of everything, just gets the job done. But a sniper rifle, sniper is meant to be one specific purpose. All this landing page is going to be is specific to that offer. We're going to get a couple of pieces of information: the name, the number, the email, and their trade. The lender is cool. You know what I'm saying? If you want to put it on there, it's definitely important because it does tell a story of whether, you know, kind of let you know how good their credit are. For example, if they're with a bank called ACA, you know, American Acceptance, they typically have bad credit. If they're with a bank called Santander, they typically have, you know, less than stellar credit. You know what I'm saying? So that does tell a story that's important to the dealership to let them know exactly what they got to deal with when they come in. But it's not pertinent, you know what I'm saying? And it also depends on the ad that you put out here. As long as you got the name, number, and a good email, you're good to go. These other two are, again, pertinent to the specific ad set that you use. The hunters. Right here, y'all go back there. That's okay, buddy. All right, the hunters, or the assassins is what I'm calling them now, actually. I explain how they're going to do complete follow-up. As soon as that lead comes in, someone else is going to reach out to them, log them into your CRM, and it's going to be as soon as it comes in, it'll go into your CRM. One of our folks is going to reach out to them immediately and call those folks and get them in the door. That's the major upsell of this right here. That's how you were saying we're going to get these 20 folks in the door. That's the major key. We have folks that are going to call them and get them in the door. Now, of course, whether that be you and your buddies or what have you, you know what I'm saying, however you choose to handle that fulfillment, that's the major key. That's the difference maker, which makes you different from PSM, Shift Digital, all these humongous, you know, ad companies out here that are in the automotive space. That's what makes you different, because you were taking the time to not just give them a handful of BS leads. You're getting people in the door, Not only, and I'll explain the value of that, because I don't think people really get what that is. I was going to log into a CRM, but I don't want to. I can't show you all the information. That'd be bad. But here's the deal, man. These dealerships, bro, they have, I don't know, let's say they get 200 leads, you know what I'm saying, month in and month out. Let's say they got 4 or 5 salesmen, right? So split among them, that's about 50 per. After 3 months, you know what I'm saying, they've got 150 leads, you know what I'm saying, per salesman, right? They've probably closed 10 to 12% of those people. But they still have to call those people. And those numbers, those folks add up. And it honestly, for any car sales, that's a hassle, bro. Having to call people who you've never been able to contact. All right, it sucks. It takes time out of your day. When you're not busy, I mean, it's just busy work. That's what it feels like. You know, coming from a car salesman in me, that's what it felt like, just busy work. This person never answers the phone. The email's bad. The phone number's bad. They never answer. I can never get in touch with them. Why am I doing this? But I have to, because I got to do it because the dealership tells me to do it. When all reality, what everybody in that dealership wants is just to be able to have somebody show up at an appointed time and let me get busy. Let me make some money. That's what they want, bro. There is a humongous value in that, bro. Humongous value in that. It takes so much time and so much pain away from it. It makes your, this is the value of it. It makes your dealership better. Why? Because the salesmen are happier. They ain't got to do a lot. They ain't got to worry about that follow-up from this specific source. It's just done for me. Somebody's showing up to see me to buy a car. What? Let's go. Let's make some money, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's human. I cannot understate the value, you know what I'm saying, of what that does for a dealership. It's huge. It's huge. You know what I'm saying? And it's really going to set the tone to where they look at a lot of these other vendors as well. They're doing this. I ain't got to call these folks. These folks just show up. Only time I jump in is when all hell breaks loose. And then I got to call these. You got BS leads, and I'm paying you X amount of dollars when these are real folks coming in ASAP. Not, not ones that are fought over and everything. Let me break down your competition as well real quick. Auto Trader, Car Group. Well, actually, let me show you what it is. And I know this is a lot, y'all, but given time, it'll really make sense. It's a lot to digest, but over time, it'll make sense. So let's take Car Gurus, right? Let me show you what these guys, what your competition is. So this is cargurus.com, right? I don't know. Let's do a Chevy. Let me get Impala. El Camino, what? Near, I don't know what zip code that is, but let's use it. Whenever it pulls up for me. Okay, this is your competition right here. So website that has a good bit of traffic. I'll give them that. They do have a good bit of traffic. But the issue is, guess what? This is a different dealership. This is a different dealership. This is a different dealership. It's just competition. They're basically just putting their hat in the race, and they're competing. You know what I'm saying? So soon, if a lead comes in, they're cool. It goes to one dealership, but they're also having to fight. You know what I'm saying? This dealership is having, your dealership that you're trying to work with is having to fight amongst all these other competitors, fighting over price. Look at this. This is a loser deal right here. You know what I'm saying? That's probably MSRP, and this is $1,000 back. They ain't making no money. 19,000 and back. Well, I'm sorry, these are used cars. Oh, well, it's a little different. But either way, you know what I'm saying? They have to advertise the lowest price possible. 1,000. Look at that, $1,500. That's crazy. But they have to advertise the lowest thing possible to even stand out. Why? Because most people, and this is very indicative of most of these sites that I'm talking about, cars.com, Auto Trader, all these. It's pretty much the same setup. Is people search by price, try to stay within a certain miles and all that kind of stuff, and they got to fight. Oh, the dealerships have to fight over these leads. The control is in the customer's hand, and that's BS, bro. That is when you put a Facebook ad out there, they don't see none of the competition, just your dealership rather, and boom, you get them in the door. You know what I'm saying? It's a lead that they're not having to fight somebody over. Because the reason why that and again, let me know if I'm going too fast or something's not making sense. Please feel free to ask questions because I know I'm going over a lot. Because here's the thing, man. The reason why that internet response time is so key is because the second that they put, if I click on this and put my information in, then I'm probably going to see another one as well that I put my information in. Oh, I like that color too. Let me put that one in. So it's whoever really gets to me first. That's why the internet response time is so key. Because someone's shopping online, they're shopping online at other places. You know what I'm saying? But the key thing is the person who gets them first is the person typically who's going to sell them a car. The average customer goes to 1.2 dealerships in their car search. So whoever gets them in the door first is typically going to get that deal. That's just the truth of it. All right. So that's why that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know. I hate this. I hate Car Gurus because they're a real shady company. I could go all night about them. This is your competition right here, bro. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, when you set yourself up with this type of process, it's way easier. These type of websites, in my opinion, are outdated. You know what I'm saying? They're yesterday's type of market. They're yesterday's, marketplaces. Facebook has something that's way better. You know what I'm saying? With not only the lead gen ads that you can do, which is what we're talking about, but also with the marketplace. But again, I won't get into the digital marketing. We all know that Facebook is king. And of course, after I've kind of gone into talking about the hunters and why they're so key and what that does for a dealership, then of course, I kind of start selling the dream. You know what I'm saying? After the person gets there in the dealership, you do what you do best, baby. Just sell a car. This is kind of an example of an ad. Again, this is more now a retargeted ad for me. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. That's when I was doing some white label work for a couple of agencies. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but long story short, he's just talking about veterans and thank you for your service. We want you to come in. This actually is specifically for veterans, goes out around Veterans Day, or it's a retargeted ad for that we send out to veterans. But I like to put something like this in there because it shows, one, I'm not just some person off the street. I've done something like this before. It works. Targeting. Then I go into briefly, I explain the power of their CRM, their customer resource management system, right? So I can do this, I think, yeah. So I'm gonna show you, I'm not gonna go deep into this because again, this is my customer stuff, but I will, hold on one sec. Let me, yeah, that's fine. So this is an example of a CRM, right? I'm gonna close it out just for a bit because I don't want I'll show you a little. I'll show a little bit. This is an example of a CRM. This is one that I personally like to use right here. Okay. Now the thing is, this has, when I say thousands, I mean thousands. And I'm gonna click out. I just want y'all to see what it is. But it has thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of customer information. All right, customers' information, emails, phone calls, folks who purchased from them 10, 15, 12, years ago. That's a gold mine. And the beautiful part is that we can upload all this information to Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We download a CSV file of all that stuff, upload to Facebook, build lookalike. The targeting is pretty much already done. Because again, I'm not trying to sell to people who don't believe in my product or service. I'm trying to sell to people who are, I'm not trying to sell to atheists. I'm trying to sell to believers. So all we're going to do is target the folks who love your brand, know your brand, or love, or who have bought from you personally, and hit them hard, consistently, over and over and over again, and follow them around digitally. If you've sold this digital stuff before, then you kind of know some of the pitches, but those are the main ones that I kind of go into. I go a little deeper into it. It is selling the dream. You know what I'm saying? And it is now possible for you as a dealership, sir, for you to be omnipresent everywhere at once. Everywhere at once, through the beauty of these digital marketing efforts. So I sell the dream here. Landing page, short and simple. I kind of went into that already. I just kind of reiterate what I said before. Specific to the offer, very simple and clean. You can do ClickFunnels. I think it's an unnecessary expense if the dealership has, if their website provider will do it for free. Just add a landing page for them. I would highly suggest just doing that, because it can just save you a quick $100. I'm not sure if you're paying for it or what have you. If you want to do ClickFunnels, it's quicker, it's simpler. You know what I'm saying? You have a little more control of everything. That's dope. But you can also just use theirs as well on their website. I'm sorry, use their website provided clip to prepare one, put your pixel in there, and boom, done and done. Again, I go into, I break down the assassins again, going a little more in depth with it. This is actually where I break it down. I'm sorry, not earlier. Kind of talk about the show ratio. Typically, my guys get about a 65% show ratio, which is fucking amazing. I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but we fucking kill that shit. Meaning that if 10 appointments are set, 6.5 will show. Typically, you should expect around 50%, but we're at 65 with our ads and everything, our script. We get folks there. Another thing that I like to highlight as well is oversight, because we're just like you saw. I log into my client CRM, right? That's key. Why is that key? Because they can see exactly what we're saying. That specific one, it has Car Wars attached to it. There goes Jordan Steen. But that specific one has shit, he just threw my train of thought off. But that specific one has Car Wars in it. Basically, they can hear our phone calls and everything that we're using to, so they can just basically make sure we're not doing anything crazy. It gives them peace of mind. It definitely helps. And of course, a lot of the guys I use are brand specific. If there's a Toyota guy, I'm not going to put him on a Ford. If he's worked at Toyota, knows Toyota, then I'm going to put him with that. Oh, we're about to make some. I don't know. Can y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see that. Okay, my bad. Ooh, about to be some money. Somebody's messaging me. Sorry. Hey, Jordan. Let's get it. Brand specific. Yeah, that's some good news, y'all. Of course, might be coming sooner than I thought, y'all. So this is something I throw in there as well. It's a little sex appeal. This is me just selling the dream. You know what I'm saying? So we've done all this. We rocked it out. We got people in the door, and you did your thing. Now, of course, folks are driving off. You know what I'm saying? I always use this one specific line. If I got you 100 people in the door, 100 people this month, how many of those can you sell? Man, if you got 100 people, I mean, shoot, man, as long as you can get them here and they're real customers, shoot, man, we should be able to do about, 50, 45, 50, 45, man. On average, you said, what were you telling me before? What, like, what's your average, gross per deal? What are y'all doing per copy? Like what, 2, 3, 4,000? It's about, about 3, 4. Okay, we know what, easy math. I'm terrible at math. Let's just say this, 2,000. All right, so I get 100 people in this door. You doing 2,000 per, right? I'm sorry, if you sell, 50 to 45 cars, right? And it's 2,000 per. But that's $100,000 we just made you. Look at that. Driving around with your logo on the back of it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, those people are going to tell people. We all know that word of mouth is the best form of marketing there is. I don't care about Facebook, none of that. Word of mouth is better than anything. So you get in front of these 50, you got these 50 new customers out there basically becoming your brand ambassadors talking about it. And of course, we're putting those new people into the funnel as well, just growing and growing and growing. You know what I'm saying? What's your goal, man? How many cars you want to sell for the year? Where do you truly want to be? Like if everything was perfect, where do you want to be? Cool. Okay. Well, guess what? This is it right here. This is how we get you there. Right here. This is a cycle of domination. I reiterate everything that we've talked about right here. All right? And just make it make sense at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Just make it, ask them if they got any questions, the whole nine. Not to go into too deep into the questions because apart from that, I know they're going to ask about price. I like it. What does this all cost? Absolutely. Holy shit. Oh, shit. Christmas might be good this month. What? I'm going to get some good news. What we need, so this is again where I kind of go over the onboarding just to kind of show them what to expect, what we need from you. You need to see how well your whole BDC thing is working for you. All right. So what we need from you. I got some good news. This is amazing. So what we need from you is basically I just break down the sales manager is gonna have to confirm the appointments. That does a couple of things. I want the sales manager to confirm the appointments that we set the day prior or the evening prior or the morning of, because that gives them a person that they should come in to talk to, right? And as soon as they come in, you're done. That's it. You're not messing with it after they actually show up to the showroom. That's on the sales force there to do what they do best. They follow up from there. You just follow up until they actually show up in the door. Of course, we need access to their CRM. My preference is that e-leads I was talking about earlier. It just makes it easier. I'm at the house right now. I can access and do everything I need to do from here that I could do if I was actually in the dealership. It just makes it way easier. There's a couple other things to it. Onboarding packet. How you onboard your customers is, however you need to. Main thing that that you're going to use just some on-site contacts. If they have an internet sales manager, perfect. That's cool. You can talk to them as much as you need. That'll be your main person that you talk to. If they have a or sales manager, you need to get in touch with their CRM provider so you can see exactly how to integrate your leads that you provide into their system. Also, you're going to need to probably talk to their website provider, which is going to be Dealer Spike and all that jazz, to kind of see what all you need from them and go from there. Of course, again, I had to throw Uncle G in there. Questions? What's this? What's this? Make sure we're on the same page. I'm kind of clearing up some last minute things. Of course, again, the price is always going to come into play for you. All right. So packages. Oh, let's go. Let's go. This is the part I get excited about. I'm going to step back from this real quick, and I'm going to give you the talk that I was given when I first got into sales. Seriously. All right. Thank y'all for sticking with me, by the way, man. I know I've been going. Oh, man, I missed a lot of questions. Hold on. Let me address some of y'all's questions before I go into it. Do you wear a suit daily once you have the gig? I only have 3 suits. The thing is, it depends on your dealership. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, John, you were kind of looking to do something different. As long as you're professional. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you don't need to wear a suit every day. Again, my go-to outfit is always a button-up, that sweater, that V-neck sweater, and, some nice shoes, nice slacks. That's my go-to every single time. 3 suits is plenty, brother. To be honest, Yeah, 2 suits. I got 2 suits, bro. And I just mix and match. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Pinterest guy. I stay on that looking for ways to mix and match and get the most out of my stuff I got. It's not a big deal, brother. It's not about what you got to wear. It's how you wear it at the end of the day, John. Ken Lamas, hell yeah. First impressions, everything. Absolutely. Could I get the audit file as a template? I would just wear it. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'll send that in there for you. Io Lukula. My bad, brother. I'm sorry I'm not saying your name properly, man. I hate when people mispronounce. It's Ayo Lakula, I think, right? I had a PowerPoint template audit from Jordan Steen from allowed to drop it. Yeah, boom. Okay, I have this program too. You're loud and clear. Sounds good. The yeses are very powerful. LOL. These are gold. Boom. Okay, so I'm all caught up. I think. My bad, y'all. I wasn't scrolling down. I thought I was staying on top of everything. All right, so back to it. I'm gonna give y'all like it was told to me. Again, this is for folks who sold before. You kind of probably already heard this. The entire process, right? I'm giving. I'm giving, 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 I'm giving you value up here. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you value in regards to this is stuff you need to do. This suggestion you made. This is content that we should be creating together. I'm giving everything to you. I'm giving you so much information. I'm giving as much as possible. If I'm coming in person, I'm showing up with donuts. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing up with coffee. I'm showing up with something just to give to you. Why? Because it's not there. Something called reciprocity, right? I'm not you know what I'm saying, too much of a wordy guy, but the way I understand reciprocity is that if I give and give and give and give and give, and it's a little mystical or whatever, I'm not sure if you're into it, but if I give so much into the world, and the world has no choice but to create something for me to receive in turn, right? Now we as humans are built like that. If somebody keeps giving us stuff, giving, then in turn we feel obligated to give them back. So along with that yes momentum that we've been building throughout the presentation, throughout the entire time, we've been giving them pieces of information, giving them the cookies, giving them the donuts, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a homeboy who swears by this. He'll go to Walmart, not Walmart, it's a little local bakery around here. He'll go to them, buy the cookies. He'll bring a little paper plate from the house, put some saran wrap on it and everything, and act like, hey, my wife cooked these and everything. I told him I was coming to see you guys. She had a friend of hers who, you know what I'm saying, worked with you guys before. She just wanted me to bring these into y'all and thank y'all for y'all service. Appreciate it so much. That's gold. 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 You know what I'm saying? I should steal that actually. But okay, let me join. What was it? Try to get social, get attention, get paid. But that's what I'm saying. You've been doing all this, giving, and everything, building up to this moment. Now is where the switch clicks. Okay, you turn from being a service person, because that's what a salesman truly is. We're a service member. Okay, we're providing a service. You turn from that over to a closer. All right, and there's got to be a mental thing that switches over you. Okay, now you've been basically getting as much information as possible, giving all the information that you possibly can to them, but getting as much information as possible this entire time. Loading up your pistol, you know what I'm saying? Loading up your rifle to be able to hit them right between the eyes with your price and your points and get them to say yes. That's what all this has been for. I hit them straight between the eyes with it. Absolutely, man. What's our prices? We got a couple of different options for you, depending on what your budget and how soon you would like to dominate your market. First and foremost, I have the Simply Sell package. We take care of it all. Don't worry about nothing. 100 plus appointments minimum that you're going to see in the door. Now, that's going to cost you $12,500 for month one and $10,000 monthly. We completely outsource your follow-up. We take care of everything. All I want your salesman to do is sit back and relax and sell cars. Digital domination, okay? That's 50 appointments plus. All right, that's $6,500 for month one, $5,000 monthly. Okay, that's basically we're gonna mix the social campaigns, that ad spend ads we're talking about, with the hunters. This is our most popular package, the one I would highly suggest for you. Our hunters, okay, this is a trial. Sometimes you may not believe that we're as good as we say we are. I get it all day. I'm gonna get you a couple folks in here for a couple Saturdays. All right, 25 appointments minimum that you're gonna see in the door. All right, we're only gonna do that for 4 months, honestly. Typically after 2 weeks where we want to kind of pull the plug on that because we're going to fill up a Saturday for you. You should feel comfortable with this after that. All right. We're basically going to just comb through your CRM, get some folks in the door and knock it out. Now, of course, we have an executive package, which is custom. It all depends on, that's it's going to be, I'm going to be honest, it's going to be more expensive than the Simply Sell, but it's dependent on exactly what you're looking to accomplish. So we can accommodate pretty much anything you're looking to do. Which one of these works best and how soon would you like to start? Then, of course, I shut up. I don't say nothing else. Anything that comes out of their mouth other than a yes is an objection. Now, how do we deal with objections? We acknowledge it. Okay? We acknowledge it. Well, babe, I'll just do it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I love it. It's just not the right time. You know what? I appreciate you telling me that, and that makes sense. It's not the right time now. Besides, the timing, everything else is perfect, right? Right? Okay. So, I guess, let's drill deeper. Essentially what I just did was I acknowledged it, okay? I isolated it. I acknowledge, empathize, isolate, and then ask questions. That's the process that you handle anything other than a yes. Okay, I want to drill down to find out, one, is this the main objection? Because there's always one real objection. It's going to come down to three things, okay? The three M's. It's either, well, three M's from the car business, but it's going to be either the me, right? It's going to be either the money, it's too expensive for them, they feel, or it's going to be the product itself. For the car business, the three M's, the money, me, or the machine. But you know, for this it's a little different. That's really all it comes down to. And be blunt about it. Ask the question. Don't be afraid. What's the worst that can happen? They can say no. Let me explain something to y'all. It's typically going to take 5 no's to get to a yes. So if you're nervous about, you know, being kind of shut down, bro, that's what we salesmen do every single time. I live for the no. Cool, we got that one out the way. Let's get the next one on. Cool. And I'm gonna state, and this is the thing too, and this for folks who are new to this, it's gonna be a little, it's gonna be. I'll be honest, my hands used to sweat. Man, I start sweating and everything because I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? This is a lot of money on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I was selling cars, you know, I wasn't gonna be getting too much off of a car deal, but there's a lot of money on the table. I was nervous, but you got to stay in the pocket, and just be creative. You know what I'm saying? Be creative. These aren't set prices right here. It's just made up numbers, bro. You know what I'm saying? All this, it's just made up numbers. You know what I'm saying? What do you think is what I was just doing is going in, knowing what you're comfortable settling for what service you're going to provide. Have that in the back of your head, but never get to that number. Never get to that number. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Don't even tell them, you know, well, if I could do this, could you do, no. You know what I'm saying? If ever I'm going to discount, you know, I want to, you know, like, for example, you know, I'm thinking about, I like that digital domination, man. That sounds good. It sounds actually right up my alley. Price, man, that's just a little bit much. I hear you, brother. I hear you. All I'm going to do then is restate the value. So again, you know, what we're going to be doing with this, what you're getting with that digital domination, I go back in my slides and I basically just, you know, reiterate exactly what they're getting. I re-explain the value in a slightly different way than I've already brought to them. That's all I'm going to do, right? You know what I'm saying? Look, you know, the digital domination, it's absolutely perfect. It's our most popular package, and it makes sense for what you're looking to do at your dealership. All right, so we're going to set up an amazing funnel with content done at your dealership. We're going to make you a movie star, baby. Get you out there in front of these thousands upon thousands of people. Make you famous around here. Then we're going to get folks in the door. Get these assassins in here to get folks in the door. Take so much time off your plate that all you're going to want. You're going to ask me why you didn't start with the Simply Sell package. All right, it makes sense. A little too much money? I hear you, brother. Let's do it anyway. Let's go. If they want a discount, you know what? You got me. After battling back and forth about that price, if that's truly what it's about, you know what? You got me. How about this? I'm looking to close out this quarter. This is one of my closing lines I use. Baby. This is one of my closing lines I use. I'm looking to close out this quarter strong. Would love to work with you guys. Been kind of waiting until it was the right time to approach y'all. I think now is the right time. How about this? We typically require a retainer on the front end of each of the in month one, a little bit extra, kind of handle some of our, you know, onboarding stuff to get us situated and settled. Because I want to work with you, I'm gonna discount that. Okay, so that being $6,500, we'll do $6,000 today. I just need you to okay right here because I typically have some type of pen and paper to get some, just to get an agreement. It's not for real, but I have some on the paper, slide on the pen. I just need you to okay right here. I'll go ahead and forward over the contracts to your email. Let's get started, baby. And again, I'm quiet. It's all about, you know what I'm saying? Again, you got to just stick in the pocket and push. You are going to hear a no. You're going to hear a no. That's just the end all be all, baby. There's nothing you can do about it. You are going to acknowledge, ignore, reframe. Boom. You know what I'm saying? There we go. But let me heart that. But you know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear no. That's just what it is. Everybody who's a salesperson has got to get used to that. That's a part of life. You just gotta push past that shit and just make it happen anyway. All right, stick in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? One of the I think Grant Cardone said this close one time was man, it's just too expensive. You know, I can't do it. Good, do it anyway. Was it? You know what I'm saying? Do it anyway. Oh, I'm thinking about going with somebody else. Okay, well if the money was the same, who would you rather go with? Us or them? Okay, we see the difference in our product. We're better, right? So we cost more. Let's go. Sign a check, baby. Let's go. How about this? Try us out for 6 months. If you don't like it, just be creative. That's really all it is. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I prepare the day of. I do a couple other things. My kids are getting riled up, but I do a couple other things. Like I have my mantra that I use all the time. I watch this. This is a video that I watch all the time to not Les Brown. Like I watch this all the time. This one right here, boom, all the time. Y'all even as soon as it pops up for me, I'll put it in the video chat, in the comments there. But I watch it all the time, just to get myself hyped, get myself in the mode. Because this is at the end of the day, y'all, if y'all don't know what it's about sales, bro, it's a mind game. It's a mental game. That's all it is. These prices don't exist. All these numbers, they don't. It's fake, bro. It's fake. It's BS. At the end of the day, the phenomena of a sale occurs when the value exceeds the perceived, when the perceived value exceeds the price. That's all it is. So if you're presenting to them what they feel is a $10,000 product, they're gonna pay $10,000. You just gotta sell the sizzle, baby. So be animated, be hungry, you know what I'm saying? Be aggressive with it. Fuck it, why not? Just have a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm laughing, screaming, giggling, you know what I'm saying? I'm patting people being, I'm crazy when I'm selling. When I'm in the mode, I'm extra. One, because I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? I'm still nervous. But you know what I'm saying? I'm breaking through that. I'm just being crazy. I'm just trying to give them the show, sell them on something. I'm smiling. I'm doing that yes man. That's what it is. So let me see. I got some more comments here. No, that was me. But that's pretty much it, y'all. That's how I get to it. Of course, I always say the same thing over and over before I go into a sale as well. There were none before me. There will be none after me. Therefore, that makes me the one and only. I'm certified, bona fide, and duly qualified to provide you a world-class customer satisfaction. A whole lot of action, baby. Let's get it. Yeah. So that's, you know what I'm saying, something I said. I got that from Les Brown. It gets me hype. It gets me going. And we rock it out. All right, y'all. I'm finna end this video, man. If y'all got any other last-minute questions, I'll wait a couple of seconds before I sign out or end the video. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you liked it too, man. Again, this is something new for me, doing something like this, but I really think that it's from what I've seen, the reaction I got, it's a lot of value. And I really hope that we can all grow to be successful doing this. It's a killer. It's a fucking monster, bro. It's ridiculous. Thank you, Derek. This was so much value, bro. No problem, man. Great presentation, Derek. Well done. Hey, thank y'all, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Ken, appreciate you doing that video, man. Like anybody that's watching, man, if y'all see my stuff and y'all like it, again, I'm not charging anybody for this at the moment. Down the line, of course, I will be. But if you wouldn't mind, just as for my time, if y'all could just do a video on some of these other groups, like these digital marketing groups, just do a quick video and tell them what they tell them what you thought, like, hey, my guy, tag me in it. My guy Derek is a killer, or whatever you want to say. Just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want any false representation of what I'm doing. I don't have it all together. Yeah, there's still some things that I'm putting together and learning. I messed up today terribly on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still learning. That's why it's a test group. We're still ironing this out together. But I truly believe that through time and through diligence and just focus on excellence, we're gonna rock this shit out. You feel me? All right, y'all. If there's no other questions, thank y'all so much again for watching and listening to me. This has been your boy Derek Said Bump, whatever you know me as, from my Derek Sales Digital BDC test group. Thank y'all so much. Y'all be safe.